So the other day, chums, right, I decided, because I'd got, again, one of those numerous texts, we all get them, right? And this was from my local medical centre saying that I'm now due another full medical checkup. And you think, oh, how very caring. Do you? And then you look a little bit deeper. And if you're inquisitive, like I know a lot of our chums are on this wonderful channel that we've all created, we know, don't we? We're wise, right? Because you try and get an ordinary appointment if you've got something niggling you, whether it be a lump or something like that, and you think, I wouldn't mind somebody else having a look. And then you have a look online, scare yourself to death, right? You know what I'm saying? You do, don't you? You think, shouldn't do that, especially before you go to bed. Oh, no, what's going wrong, you know? Now, what I wanted to share with you is what I found out about my local medical centre, and I'd love your thoughts on this, simply because when I tell you, you will be shocked, but then you'll say, very similar, I'm sure, as ever. Let me explain. Morning, nice to see you, chums. Thank you so much for your time. Welcome, one and all. Health, as everybody who knows who's on our group, I'm keen on this because we have to look after ourselves. I've been eating the spinach, full of iron. I'm like Popeye actually, you know what I mean? But the thing is, you have to try and look after yourself, don't you? What I would say in this climate now, and in particular in my area, I'd say it's very hard to look after yourself simply because you now try and get a doctor's appointment and you're told you've got to download the app, you've got to fill this thing in, and you've got to find your password and your user number. And my argument is, we're not all computer literate. I mean, you might think I am. I can do this, but I'm not brilliant at it, And one dot or comma, you're back to square one, nobody to help you. So I insisted that the local medical centre helped me, fill the form in. And they said, yes, we would. I go down there. Did anybody come round from behind the barrier? No, I had to shove my iPad through the window, that welcoming, right? You would sort of think, wow, judgment at Nuremberg was more welcoming than this, you know what I'm saying? Now, what's interesting, I find, is simply this, right? So you get there and they fill the form in. Now, what I found fascinating about this whole thing, the place was dead. And this is about 10 to 5, 5:15. No patients, nobody at all. Didn't see any doctors. Behind the counter, there are 3 people. Turns out one of them's an intern that's been there a month, right? This is important. And the other person, another young lad, seemingly doing nothing. No badges are worn, so you don't know what titles they've got. And the woman dealing with me just had ordinary black clothes on. No medical tunics, no stethoscopes, etc. These are just people behind the reception. Never saw a doctor once in the whole 40 minutes that I was standing there. Now, again, we got it going online. And the only way apparently you can get an appointment is if you go online and register from 8 in the morning. Now, you're going to have to get up and wake yourself up to get this going and get an appointment. Tried, couldn't get one, right? They're not interested, simply don't care. Well, there's no appointments, that's that. You might as well drop off, right? And the time it took to get registered, if it was a serious illness or a worry, I mean, you'd be gone at this point. The point I'm making is this: they're not being truthful to you. And another point that this medical assistant slipped up upon, I said, well, is this doctor still here or is that doctor still there? Oh, no, we change them every 6 months because this is now a training centre, right? So you never ever, after 6 months, very rarely, unless that doctor stays on, are going to get to see the same doctor. Now remember, once you go online and fill this app in, your whole medical details are there. They can sell those details on because if you say you've got angina or you've got a reoccurring this, they've got that information about your age bracket, the area you live in, you understand? When I said, well, where are all the doctors? Oh, it's been very quiet today. I said, well, it was quiet last week when I came in. I said, yeah, very quiet. The young intern knew. She knew what was going on. And I would surmise that the best thing you could say about this, and unless they could prove tangibly that this isn't the case, most of the doctors are now out at the migrant hotels. This is a lucrative sideline to keep their independent surgeries running. And more importantly, when I said, well, why don't you wear badges anymore? Oh, we don't need to. That wasn't the question. Why don't you? We don't need to. Why they're not in medical uniform? Simply because they're not medical people. They're just you and I. You and I could answer the phone. You and I could say, what time's your appointment? So you understand, when Wes Streeting, our current Health Secretary Minister, whatever you want to call him, this is not a galvanised NHS. You know, the person behind the counter finally said this. I said, we're all told, aren't we, not, of course, to look on Google. She said, oh, I use Google all the time. I mean, I'm on it all the time. And if people have got a problem, yeah, I check it up that way. So what is exactly going on at your medical centre? No doctors, empty for the full 40 minutes that I'm there, yet it's a huge town with a lot of people. Where are the doctors? And more importantly, why are we being lied to about it? These people behind the glass counter know the truth, but all they want is the information from you to sell your data. Now, I don't want to scare you, but be very careful what you give away. I'm in a rather unique position where I can call these people out. All I'm saying, chums, is be very, very careful what you say. Neil Sean, Kensington, London.